Virtus.Pro overcame North on Nuke. It wasn't looking likely. North looked so powerful in regulation the first half, especially only giving out the pistol. It goes to double overtime, and Virtus.Pro bring it back on their opponent's pick. So there we go. Exciting finish, and we do go into the second map where North will have to argue back here with the AWP. I think of Cadian, that has to be massive for them. Snatchy is looking fantastic right now, and so is Mihu. That's one of the players I want to see more from. He hasn't really realized his true potential, I don't think, just yet. Still a very young player. We know he's incredibly talented, but finally it seems that they're operating the correct way to get the most out of him, and we're finding big numbers almost every single game. If they 2-0 this is looking fantastic. Remember, they played against FaZe. They took a single map, but we want to see some victories now. We want to see some wins from VP to start believing.
It's a team full of promise.
Yeah.
And we want to see that promise realized.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is your shirt promising, James?
What is the shirt?
It's Ric Flair.
Oh, woo!
It's Ric freaking Flair. Woo!
I can see it now.
Oh, yeah.
If you just look up, just do a Google search for Ric Flair promos. That guy was epic. His energy was unmatched.
Yeah.
Absolute maniac.
All right, well, we're into it, and my prediction reigns true. Then VP will be the victors.
You'll be the smartest guy here, Dan.
That's
not saying much.
Bloody hell.
But
an apocalypse.
We'll see what happens.
Where's the cyanide pill?
As we get into a CT start for VP. Bodes well, as they have the one smoke and a kit. 3 sets of armor on the north side. They have a couple of smokes on Molotov. Looks like inside is looking likely. But for now, Bialy holding strong at the upper ramp, but not for long. Feeling the pressure, decides to fall back.
Slow start with the pistol. Looking to catch any aggressions, but there are none to be caught. And rarely there will ever be on the CT side at pistols. Like, I don't think I can remember the last time I saw a CT side at this level go really aggressive somewhere. Here it is, the outside play with the smokes. Pat's looking for a reaction with any counter utility, but there is none really. It's just a smoke kit on Snacks. They're looking for the shots. The one and only trying to use that boost to check over the smoke, but drops off. A few cursory bullets through the smoke, and he is under a lot of pressure. The trade will come in from Bialy. Can he find the planter? Oh, quite, but Mihu certainly will, but the bomb has gone down.
Oof, there it is, 3 versus 2. Make it 1. Valda is absolutely done for here. He's got 3 kills to find. First one looking likely as they smoke him off, though. That should be it, as it will be a successful retake for Virtus.Pro there. North with the outside execution. D for the start to take vision away towards the brown halls. He saw Bialy fighting there. Once they felt like they had control, CTs had to force a rotation, maybe towards inside. There was a smoke at Ivy. There was a smoke towards the right-hand side of the bomb train as well. Bomb planted, but the shot's too precise from VP, and they pick up a full defuse there. No problem at all. But North are fancying a force buy in the second. You're going to see AKs and Deagles come out. And James, we've seen a lot of these rounds work in the favor of the force buy recently. It's that AK that's normally so difficult to contain. But just to note, they don't fully invest. It's just Valdo and Cadian that have gone for it. The rest of them on Deagles. They'll still buy into the next round. Hopefully find 2-3 kills here, a plant perhaps, and see what they can do going forward.
Bialy got shot to 1 HP, which obviously means a headshot. So I think he probably got the cheap helmet upgrade because his armor wasn't touched.
They've thrown a decoy with a Glock there above Pop Dogs to suggest they haven't bought.
Ah, yes.
You see that? No one's got a Glock right now.
Henry's
they threw the
taking
AK
his
on the
Adderall
floor.
today.
Yeah, I'll come in the zone. And
in the Matrix.
You can see that they're trying to bait out the fact they have not bought this one.
Marvelous stuff. This is very important. Not revealing that you're about to do something crazy. You've got the big guns. Just a Glock decoy, smart stuff. And Valde and Cadian have Glocks, right? Which means they would have to throw their weapon on the floor to throw that decoy, so it doesn't make the sound of the primary weapon. So this is very, very deliberate from North.
It's very interesting.
52 seconds, 51 seconds, 50 seconds. Back to you, Henry.
Well, here we go. They have no smokes, no flashes. They were hoping some CTs would be aggressive with the MP9s. They've got none of that, though. So now they need to contact an area. Pop Dog not the best, considering they don't even have a flash to get down there. I think main entrance, just going out together to be the best bet. Need to get the skates on, though, I'm afraid, because at this point, they've got 30 seconds and no kills and no real advantage. They'll go out together, hope for the best. Remember, this isn't the force buy. A couple of kills on a plant would be enough.
They still haven't fired a shot yet. There we go. Valde's taking some big damage. AZ no armor, 5 HP. 2 fast kills for North. They've got bomb plant pressure though. They have to get that bomb down. They've got control of Ivy, which means they can cover Pop and plant the bomb. And somehow Snacks well, Snacks is wondering what the hell's going on. He is 4 versus 1, so I don't think he's going to be going for anything. Maybe a cleanup operation, an exit frag if he fancies it. He has a defuse kit and 16 HP with an MP9, less than ideal. He knows there's an AK out there and weapons. His team's weapons have been collected, so there really isn't much that he can glean from this, get from this, rather than just saving his own skin.
Yeah, not much at all.
He does not want to be the flayed man.
Is that a dog outside? I'll have to close the door.
Yesterday, I was streaming, and I don't know, there was like, for a good 5 minutes, people were just pressing their car horns. I looked out on the balcony, but people were driving past. I don't know where the car horn was coming from. It was madness. Crazy
Sometimes
things were happening.
It's quite a quiet and docile street. Other times it's absolute bananas. So we'll see which way it is today. But for now, 1-1, and it will be North answering back in an unlikely situation. 30 seconds remaining, no grenades, and they somehow win it out. It's going to go 1-1, and is there a force buy in response? You better believe there is. Scouts, MP9s, 5-7, and we'll see if Snatch, he kept his money a little bit higher. He has, still with 1,200. Same story for Snacks, who might be opting for a secondary orb. Wouldn't surprise me once they get rolling, but this will be a difficult round for them. Snatchy going for the initial pick with the Scout towards upper. Looking for a headshot here. Molotov down, but his opponents are focusing towards Ivy here. The Scout does connect, however. AZ licking his wounds above the pop dog area now, down to just 29. So a decent connection there, and Bialy's looking for the second.
That's the fastest 2 shots. Ding dong, and you're gone. Apart from an M4 kill, at least old M4. Slow fire rate now. Problems Virtus.Pro. Looks like this this force buy might not work out for them. That said, Gade, Kiabi, and AZ are all 30 HP or less. So things can change very quickly indeed, especially with Snatchy still roaming with a Scout. I just bought a gold Snatchy sticker for £4.68. Should be going on my AWP. Boom! Gets a tag, but no frag. But still, there's not much for Virtus.Pro to lose in this situation, unless they want to hold on to their Kevlar. If they are not too concerned with that, then they could one-tap almost everybody. miHyu just needs 1 bullet on any of these guys. But with 5 players alive, they won't know that all these players are low. They don't have position, even if they did want to do something, but they don't. I just want to see carnage, but I don't think we're going to see that on this occasion.
You want to see the world burn. That's
I do, absolutely.
Well, for now, it looks like everything is under control. 5-on-2 damage certainly done by those Scouts, but round will be going in favor of North. Toa and miHyu will hold on to their Deagle armor. 5-7 for Toa, just to correct myself. But they will be eco next round. North will have the lead here, and they just lost their map pick of Nuke. So certainly back on track, if you pardon the pun. And we'll see if there's any kills to be found towards the end. Not at all. Kaden takes a little bit of damage from the blast. That's about as exciting as it gets. They'll save a Scout. miHyu does recover that at least. So not a completely done round. He can drop the Scout, use a Deagle himself. So they have 3 players with anything but the default weaponry. That's Bialy and Snacks that have nothing. Snacks, though, I reckon he'll get the double orb out going forward. So watch out for that. That's going to be interesting to follow. Certainly capable. And it seems like his individual skill is back at a decent level. We haven't seen it for a while.
I learned a lot about Train from watching Device's demos, playing around Ivy with an AWP on the CT side. I need to watch more though. Zipex is a good one to watch for the B-bomb site, especially the times where you're playing it solo, having to move around the bomb train, looking between the 2 towers, if you will, of the bomb train towards the upper area. This one looks brief. Ooh, ding dong from Snacks. Glorious aim. You really have to have your wits about you to land 2 headshots at such a close range. Bialy with 4 HP. Crouch peek from AZ will keep him alive. Still fragging here on Train. 3 kills in that round. Bringing his tally to 4. Kiabi with a clean $10,000. If you had OCD, right, like mad OCD, and you had just a clean $10,000,
yeah,
some people might be tempted not to buy. It just looks so nice.
It does look pretty nice. I won't lie to you. But it's 3-1 North with that double orb setup. It does come through, and we will see Snatchy and Snacks wield them. Is this a chance for them now to really show us why they picked Train as they hold towards the connector? Flashed off. Snacks will have to reposition. As the smokes are down, North looking to continue a fast-paced game here as Cade and Kiabi will be making their way through. You can see they've created a path for themselves to get closer to green. They can boost on each other's heads here if required to look above the smoke, and that's exactly what's going to happen. A couple of kills here potentially, and that will happen. It's still a trade, 4 versus 3, but North can slow it right down now. But Snacks with a nice shot towards Valda brings it back to a 3 versus 3. Plenty of time remaining, and not the cleanest to kill from Bialy, but they all count. No bomb close to being planted, but here's AZ towards the back tracks, looking to backstab.
Did he spot one upstairs? Looks like he did, and that leaves the one and only, true to his name, because everybody else is dead.
He could do this though. Decent positioning. Can't deny the plant from this position, but he might be able to catch the rotation. But the fact the flash comes in that spot suggests they know there's a possibility he comes from main entrance. Player right next to him in blue. He should be able to get this kill. He's going to check the close angle almost certainly. There it is. Gets the frag. And now it's up to AZ. He's got 2 kills in the round so far. He suspects he's at main entrance here. Throws the HE in, and AZ not even waiting for the defuse attempt. Look at his money as well. He's knocking on the door, $16,000. That's the absolute most you can have in Counter-Strike. So
he just came from main though.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that he thought the player might be there. That's a nice boost over the smoke.
Yeah, Heroic started that, another Danish team, I think, like way back about 2 years ago. I first started noticing that. Went out of fashion for a little bit, but it is a really cool boost. So nice to see that being rolled out. 4-1, and North have a huge lead here as they go up against just Pistols now in round number 6.
This smoke bounces off Heaven, basically, and goes towards the IV position. If you are going for a fast play, again, generally speaking, you need to have control of IV one way or another, be it personnel or a smoke grenade, in order to plant the bomb. In most places where a team might plant it, pop flash play, and Snacks will get a kill, traded by Gade, but they don't lose too much versus Pro. Gade, did he see the shadow of this player? It looks like he did. Stop sign or camera, depending on what you call it. The reload may be punished, 3 HP, and now an AK won't be collected because the trade is immediate. 2 on 2. Virtus.Pro are low, but they haven't picked up any better weapons yet. But as time continues to tick, their positions, they could be in more different places, which is a problem for North. One has been spotted, but he's not dead yet.
Still a chance here for VP, but it's not looking good still. No weapons recovered. Bomb. End of Ivy right now. Valda just confirming the site is clear. And now need to be cognizant of the fact that a flank could come in towards Pop Dog. Molotov connected just to buy them some time. Guarantee that plant. That's certainly going to come in. You can see the teammate watching towards Pop Dog. That's the only real threat here. Guaranteed frag. Snatcher will go down. That should be the round here. Bialy, 54 HP and just a Desert Eagle. No armor, no nades. Hoping he can get a kill, steal an AK. There's almost no chance he wins this as Valda takes care of him. So there we have it. It will be 5-1. North really looking quite strong here. AZ does have exactly 16k going into this round, so he can drop orbs if required. And we'll see now round 7 come through. The double orb set up once more after the previous eco. It'll be Snatchy and Snacks once more, trying to cause damage here as KDM brings his orb out for the first time.
Looks good for a potential comeback here for Virtus.Pro with these AWPs. Easier said than done, though. Snatchy towards the IV position. It's hard to look over flames with a scoped weapon. It's hard to identify an opponent through them with the smoke above the flames and so on.
Yeah, incandescence of the flames making it a little bit more difficult to look through. We'll see now the Krieg come out as well in the hands of AZ. Makes sense on a map like Train, lots of long-range duels. We've seen a lot of players struggle with their close-range spray of that weapon, but Valda, he's got the AK. And the flashes again from VP have been perfect. The follow-up, though, not ideal. I assume Snatch went for the quick scope there, or even the no scope, and it hasn't worked out for him. He actually goes down. Perfect teamwork punished. As Valda spots one towards the backtrack. If he gets his kill, that should be the round. He's got the advantage, playing with his opposition. Flashbang comes in. Kiabi gets the second frag. 5 on 3, and they've got so much control here. It looks like the round's already done.
The one and only may feel his position is compromised. He was very deep towards upper B, with a potential duel towards Cadian, but he knows now that he can be flanked, and he'll run straight into it, which leaves Snacks alone. Virtus.Pro with a double AWP buy have so far got nothing out of this round whatsoever. Snacks doesn't have the angle to really stop the bomb from being planted. Kaden walks into it, but Snacks is surely about self-preservation. Now, he knows B's being compromised. Kiabi will take him out from A. However, North looking extremely comfortable on the T side of Train at present. I do wonder if they're going to win each other's map picks at this point.
Yeah.
Because there was like next to no answer in that round from Virtus.Pro.
I think you might be right there. This is looking way too strong from North. 6-1 confirmed, no real problem at all. Kill by kill, they make their way through, as now it is another eco. Virtus.Pro only winning the pistol so far, that is it. They can partial buy with the CZ's P250s, 3 sets of armor, but not a much else. It's just be a couple of smokes, and that will be deployed towards Ivy for now. It will slow down North, but won't help out too much in terms of getting kills, as they send 2 players in towards a pop dog room, looking to challenge that totem drop if it comes in. That's North very comfortable. Is holding up, trying to ascertain information as to what their opposition have. Is there a stack? No one pressuring Brown Hauser. That's a problem. So they need to be aware that a backstab could come through. But an outside execution looking incredibly likely at this point, from what I can see on the minimap.
We await the execute. It's a pop flash for Snacks, but he eats it as well. They're going to see him. I don't know if he's going to survive this. He picks the right angle. That's a beautiful shot from Snacks. He's been on point with the P250 today and the USP, but it's only good for 1 round at the moment. Can they get something out of this carnage? Mihi's picked up a smoke grenade, an AK-47, sorry, and that is only 2 plays left for North. This is madness. Still going through the smokes back and forth, and so many kills around the smoke of main. This is it's an interesting round. Obviously, Virtus.Pro likely to win it. If they can pick up more weapons than 1, that would be fantastic. Kiabi, just the 1 tap from him. He doesn't have the bomb. He's only got 20 seconds, so it's quite limited in what he can expect to do. Does he just opt to save his AK-47? There's plenty of money for North, so I think it would be favourable to try and take out these CTs so they bring less weapons of their own into the next round. I'd prioritise their economy rather than his own.
That's why he can still save, but he's going to challenge at this point and see if anyone's collecting the weapons at the end. Surely he wants to have a little look around and deny them. He's not.
Yeah, considering how much money they have, I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because if they have 3 people alive, that means they can pick up 3 weapons.
Well, either way, this goes to show you the power of 1 smoke there. A well-timed smoke, and you can see there's still 35 seconds of clock at this point. VP loving the fact that North ran through 1 by 1. Snacks up close. It looked a little bit clumsy, but he managed to get the initial kill. Got a Krieg. His teammates then capitalizing on the chaotic situation as they find their second round. A much-needed one on the eco. They're going to have a nice injection of cash here. Snatchy hits that shot somehow. He'll take KD down to 19 and push them back with the incendiary. Tower spots one towards up. I don't like that repeat, though. Did not have the advantage at all. The AK ready to fire. It's an opening pick, and now Snatchy have all the pressure on the inside bomb site.
Ooh, that's a big risk. He spots the foot, he gets flashed, he's not getting out of that situation. 3 versus 5. More issues for Virtus.Pro on their CT side of Train. Gade taken out. Can he stop the plant? So many players here. There's so much time as well for for North. Needs a second frag. The spray continues. Low on bullets. Kiabi versus 2. Creating some space with the smoke grenade. Jiggle peek spots where Snacks is. Where is Bayali? Needs to get off default. Does that, but he won't last much longer. AWP or 2 can be collected by Virtus.Pro. They've got time to try and find them before they go for the defuse. And that is the 3rd round on the board. While it's looked really hard for Virtus.Pro, the score is now still pretty close. It's still pretty early in this game.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of time for them to turn things around.
Historically, VP on their T sides can make some absolutely magnificent things happen. Their ruthless aggression on the T side towards the main entrance was a bit of a calling card of theirs. It's a very different team now, though, however. As we get into round 10, money's starting to stabilize on the CT side. They can afford to lose a single round now, as they get 2 in a row after winning the pistol. They took 6 on the deficit. Heading in with the AWP. It's Kiabi, though, getting in towards the main entrance, waiting for the CTs to push through, dodging flashbangs right now. That comes in, he can challenge after that, as CTs go for control. Round 10. North looking to open things up towards Pop Dog, working out. 4 versus 4, Snacks now alone. Yeah, he took a lot of damage there from the incendiary. He goes down to 44, climbs back up the ladder, And just trying to take advantage of the fact they have a 4-on-4, which certainly favors the T's. Maybe not necessarily on a map like Train, or maybe less so, but they can work something with this. They have 3 smokes remaining as the CT's focus towards outside right now in their crossfires.
I feel like we're going to see another pop flash play into the A main position, or maybe he'll just walk through. So the T's don't know that VP have necessarily taken the main area, which is why they don't flash. Calculated risk. Mihu has an off angle towards the IV position, but it seems he has multiple jobs. Well, times Molotov from him, and look at these flanks. This is absolutely crazy. Not going to rest on the A main area. He will check if there's anyone towards B, and Virtus.Pro are expectant towards B. Importantly, Mihu is watching the IV position because there are 3 players coming out now, making their way into the A bomb site. Snacks, that's awkward. Mihu, stereo frags for Virtus.Pro. He probably seen the other 2 players, and the rotation can come in. It's going to be hard to get the bomb down, especially with the one and only in connector. Peeking now, he might see a foot, but Cadian's looking for him. Great timing for Cadian. Now where are the last 2 players? Snacks from the pop dog position. He doesn't know where Snatchy is, Cadian. Hunting around, but can't get around the corner in time. And there's another round for Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, a convincing one as well towards the end. North looked like they had that one under wraps, but it's Snatchy and Snacks. What a combo that's turning out to be, especially with Snacks. His numbers speak for themselves. He's 11 and 6 right now as we go into round number 11. Toa dropping off of 1 and 8, but not a problem. His teammates are there to do the majority of the heavy lifting. Still money there. The plants coming in for North. That loss bonus racks up at the 3rd stage now. Kelby presumably has an AK on the floor for himself, and he's got 4,300 reserve cash as well. So money there going forward as we enter round 11. Smokes outside, maybe something a little bit faster here, trying to set things up for the AWP. It's Gade who's going to be Molotoved off though, and we'll have to wait as the flashbangs come through. That's an execution. Well, just a flashbang there to allow Gade to peek towards Pop Dog, and he's got that same path. I don't think they'll boost again though, however. You can see the damage coming through. CT certainly aware of that possibility.
Gabe makes his way through hell, and he will stay there for a very long time. Mihu will drop him, and Snacks. Oh, you sneaky, sneaky bugger. Snacks has done it again. Smokes on Train. Name a more iconic duo. Well, now down to AZ to just do some damage. Just get some economic hurts onto the other team, and that will do it nicely, but holding on with 3 players overall, we'll have VP fairly happy. And they're starting to come into their own, it seems. Anyone want to change their predictions?
I don't think you can do that second map 12 rounds in, to be honest. It's more of a first map 3 rounds thing. Well, Dan, you're not the game master, I'm afraid. That's me. I control the predictions, and I've been very generous to you the last few days, so I feel like you should have me on your side instead of your enemy.
Okay. Well, how do you interpret this so far, Henry? VP coming into their own, looking a bit more comfortable.
Well, the thing is, yeah, it's one of those situations. It does happen even to the best teams. You lose that second round 4 spy, the financial chaos spirals out of control. You can't get on your feet until you do steal a round away. VP won an eco round to actually get them back in this position. And at that point, they found their own. They actually get the double orbs out and look a lot more comfortable. If they can get the 9-6, win the pistol, they're actually in a fantastic spot. So, yeah, rough start, 6-1 down, but showing us why they picked this map. They're looking much better now as North go for quite an aggressive partial buy here. 3 Tech 9s, and that suggests they want to go close range. They're not looking for the 1-digs. They'll be going towards inside and trying to pat them down with the Tech 9, which has run and gun potential. Not as much as it used to, admittedly, but they've got one massive problem ahead of them, and that's Snatchy of the AWP, who's almost certainly going to get 1 kill unless they flash this. If they all peek together, they're going down. Oh, well, they've baited the shot out, so a chance at least to cause some damage here inside.
Yeah, but with that, also rotation, surely, but still no, there's no rotation. I mean, they have a guy in connector, but that's about it. Snatchy has to fall all the way back, and that's okay. They can just throw so many grenades to the back towards the bomb train. They should be fine in here, down by side alley. Snacks is having a hell of a time. Beautiful flashbangs coming in from Snatchy. You can just see his name lighting up the kill feed. There's now just Valde left to do some damage. Nice HE coming in, and he is unable to do too much more there as VP clean up. One plant for North, but otherwise, I think VP very happy with that.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
All according to plan.
Wasn't the 4 spy, but there was AKs available. Utility deployed. They lose one player and get the defuse. They've tied things up. I think this is looking pretty good. But maximum loss bonus now for North as they get the bomb down as well. That's certainly the AWP coming out. We want to see more from Cadian on train. He's currently 4 and 9. So streaky performances from him today. No one necessarily stepping up on the North side. Kirby's got 11 kills. But after that initial run, they are struggling to make a dent here. Virtus.Pro comfortable as their money is in a pretty decent spot here. A couple of successful rounds in a row. We head into round 13, the dying stages of the second map. And indeed, could be the final one considering Virtus.Pro picked up North's pick of Nuke. Quickly down, Pop Dog. Kiabi will go. Snacks needs to be careful here. Oh no, Bialy, you pull out the grenade. And how is he still alive? I have no idea.
What a save. That is unbelievable. Snacks repositioning. Smart stuff because he would have got traded and it takes a different angle. They weren't expecting that. Gets a cheap kill out of it. Bialy will trade, keeping a CT advantage. Just about. Valde trying to creep just as the opponent was, but now Valde is alone. How many kills can he get out of this? He's carrying the bomb. Look at Snatchy's position. They're aware of where he could be. Great spatial awareness from Virtus.Pro, but Snatchy's got multiple jobs looking into different places. Now they've got the info, but Valde's pretty low. Trying to trade. Does he go for a plant on the opposite side of the norm?
Little fadeaway grenade as well there.
Does indeed. So we've got Bialy moving through the connector position. The one and only is playing catch up. They'll go together. They need to trade if possible. They've both got rifles. Valde moving to the other side of the train. You'll hear the footsteps now as they start to clean things out. Only Bialy has a kit. So this could be very interesting indeed. They touch the bomb. There's a molly in the middle. Bialy going wide. He'll miss the shot. And now the one and only's got to get the kill. Got to go and get the kit and defuse the bomb. Easy for Valde. Going around the tower. Spots him. Does some damage. Putting out to the Glock. He knows he's low, but he's won the round already. North back in the lead once again.
3 versus 1. No problem for Valde. That's more like it from him. They've been struggling to get any rounds after losing 5 in a row. He comes in with a bit of a masterclass there. From the backtracks, manages to pick one off. It was looking like such a destined VP round here. But as soon as he gets there, finds that first kill, he throws the HE as well, just to cause a bit of distraction and kind of fake the footsteps as well. That's the HE being deployed. Open plant for himself and then sits on the bomb train. And you can see it's an absolute nightmare as he times it to perfection as well. Misses out on the sound cue of the tick of the Molotov. They have no idea. He's actually snuck towards the mid of the site. And it will be 7-6. They take the lead back where Kiabi swallows a grenade as it goes down to 36. Naturally taking matters into his own hand towards lower ramp. That looks like a kill to me. Hits it, falls back, knife out, back up from upper as well. That's a really, really nice play. Good coordination, fantastic response. Kiabi's already low as he makes his way towards hell, and we'll see if he's going to remain there. Looks like he will. Low HP, Minghu brings it into the 5-on-2.
I accidentally punched my microphone, so sorry if that made a sound. Valde with 1 HP now, 2 versus 4. Cadian's trying to make a difference. Spots player towards connector, falls off, gets taken out by Snacks. And it's again 1 versus 3. This time Valde doesn't have the bomb. This time I'm pretty sure they have a better idea of where he probably is. So it is the difficulty has been ramped up to max.
Yes. Oh, he's got a good start though.
Oh, wow.
He wants the victory.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god, this is going to be absolutely insane. He has got 1 HP, found his 3rd kill with another fantastic backstab, and he almost has somewhat of an advantage here. The bomb down, okay, maybe not so much, but he has the element of surprise, and that could be realized here. Snacks ready for it. Great display of skill there and trigger discipline from Valde. Keeps VP on a leash, but the problem is it's the last round now. They've got 7k on Toa. It doesn't do that much damage, but still impressive.
And instead of getting reset to $1,400, they start off with $2,900 there because they... As we're seeing, the new economy put into
still not ideal
the full effects, but look how much they do have.
Yeah,
it's a really solid chunk of utility. Cadian on the AWP, AK-47 onto Valde, he deserves it. And so every round is a difficult one here for VP. But a chance at the 8-7. Fast push into the ramp position with those pistols, and you can see them working out quite nicely. The CZ picking up the kill, and they have the bomb site. They will spread themselves amongst the B yard as quickly as possible to deny the CTs coming out of those choke points.
Well, let's snatch you the AWP, aware of the potential aggression, making its way towards a connector and indeed CT spawn. 4 and 4, but I still give the edge to North on this one. Easy. Great spot with the CZ. Oh, the flashbang is just superb as well. He actually will take Gade into success. He's still going to be doing work with these pistols as well, and it's just too much to handle right now. 3 versus 2. Can VP do anything about this? I don't think so.
AZ's been deathmatching today. There it is. North have the lead at half-time, Henry, and I would not dare throw with you as the host.
It's split right down the middle, ladies and gentlemen. 8-7, but North have done it on their T side. They're looking very good for a third map. Will they do it? You're going to have to find out after this quick break.
If you're coming, no, pull it out. Get a pump, but I mean no shaking out. Meaning if it's on, then it's on, stay looking out. On site gas, so it's fire, no cooking out. Run, you insane, no bolting. Book for the wall, you're coping. You're a pump, only right, you're soaking. Not off the loud, brother ain't smoking. Don't know what you're tracked for. Why you front, have you running for the back door? Man took offense, why you thinking there's a tap for? Man, I leave more holes in you than a crack hole, too raw. That's how the beef come. Know it well, and that's how the beef done. There's no rules, though, that's how the street run. Man, I get light, see sun, let the week done. Try no man, don't play that, don't play that. Been like that since way back, Man, roll around and spray that, Man, miss you, but spray that, Try no man, don't play that, Been like that since way back, Man, roll around and spray that, Man, miss you, but spray that, Yo, man, pull up, ain't talking a reload. Bust all, no need for a key though. Man, I take aim, but this ain't a free throw. No, man, I'm busting if you're coming at me though. Busting if you're coming at me though. Busting if you're coming at me though. Man, I take aim, no free throw. No, man, I'm busting if you're coming at me though. Man, pull up, ain't talking a reload. Bust all, no need for a key though. Man, I take aim, but this ain't a free throw. No, man, I'm busting if you're coming at me though. Busting if you're coming at me though. Busting if you're coming at me though. Man, I take aim, no free throw. No, man, I'm busting if you're coming at me though.
Second map, second half. 8-7. North have the lead as they switch over to the CT high side right now. There we go.
Words.
A little bit rough in the morning.
Henry Hart.
That's my first stumble in 2 weeks, guys. Let's cut me some slack. But here we go. It is going to be 5 sets of armor. And for the T side, they've got a couple of Molotovs, smokes, flashbangs, and it's Snacks who's patrolling towards Pop Dog right now. AZ will actually be pushing towards that upper ramp as they run boost across. CT's not going to spot that. They've got a very defensive hold focusing towards main entrance. And the Pop Dog, you can see Kiabi focusing on Ivy from a very long distance.
And out they go. On a grand mission. Get that bomb planted. Kaden will pop. The one and only. They'll make their way across the back lines towards that B-bomb site. We saw Stratos trying to run this pistol the other day, and it didn't go so well for them. Let's see if VP will do a better job. They are now coming to the back of the B-bomb site. AZ will go down, so now things are actually looking fairly favored here for VP. But Gade in for the back. No, denied as well. Foul there. Can he do it again? Oh no, it's happening, isn't it?
Maybe it is, but will I expect a second player in CT spawn? That is Miki with the off angle. Snacks having a look and seeing nobody on the bomb just yet. He could pass the information to his team. You taken out, and indeed, it is happening, Dan. Just like that, things will turn around, and North with a very solid comeback on the pistol run puts them in a good spot at the beginning of the second half.
What's happening there?
With the tunnel vision towards the bomb, he was cleanly looking at a CT that just didn't spot him. just looking for any potential diffusers there. That was a VP round, in my opinion, and all falls apart. They go for the backtrack split towards inside.
Wow.
Nice shot from Snatchy with this kill as well. It's a 4-on-2 there. They should be winning this hands down. They were aware of the fact a player could come in from lower, but this kill especially, I feel like it should have been picked up. But either way, it will be VP now to buy in the second round, and they get 3 AKs, 2 Deagles, and you can see Snaxato have to drop. They get no armor. They left the Desert Eagles, but still a very strong buy with 2 smokes and a couple of flashes here. Will they try and keep it a secret? I'm sure they will. They don't want to get any spams here, and they hold up above Pop Dog right now.
3 AKs, 2 Dukes. Everything is quiet now. Virtus.Pro seeing no CTs in aggressive positions upper B. Bialy waiting for a push. Virtus.Pro waiting for a mistake, an overextension. An assumption, 1 too many. But North are patient. North have 2 players in the B bomb site with not your usual crossfire positions. And then 3 on A, just waiting. North low on utility. They've still got 2 smoke grenades, however, with less than a minute on the clock. KD and Gade carrying those. 1 towards main, 1 towards B. So this choke point can be smoked off once again. Snax trying to offer a fake. Really interested in how Gade now, with the last smoke grenade, might drop that smoke. Doesn't really have he could bounce it, I suppose, towards main, but it seems it will be straight aggression as Snatchy walks out. That's the first shot. Doesn't know if he can pull out the smoke grenade now, so he keeps his rifle out. KRB takes out a player from Ivy. 19 seconds to plant the bomb. No kills yet for Virtus.Pro. This looks like it might be a clean run. That's a great shot from Gade. His aim is on point. And the points is the heads of Virtus.Pro.
Certainly is. Forced by negated on a single kill found. No bomb planted. This is nightmare territory for VP. Their map pick now on full eco on the T side. And a 3-0 almost a guaranteed here. Not going to take a tactical timeout. Not really much can be done with this. Maybe just the inside rush towards upper. They've got smokes, though, so maybe an outside play. Drop all the smokes and see if their bomb can be planted. Still very little chance of even getting a bomb plant down without any significant weaponry. The P250 will only get you so far. Starting to bait out the CT incendiaries. HEs at the start. Smoke up. Try and plant outside. It's just unlikely. If a player in towards Pop Dog, that means he's in front of the smoke. So how do you even get past him to begin with? That's the main problem here. They come. Don't think I'll do much for them.
So pessimistic, Henry.
It's just my opinion, Dan. That's what I'm paid to give. That's all I can do. So it's nothing what I say is fact. I will say that much.
Nothing I say is a fact.
It's just what I think.
Well, Gade's by Evox will get his spray on, and actually it's easy to get all the kills. And it has all failed demonstrably.
Looks like I was right this time. Lucky.
Oof. Is there a way back in for VP? That's what I'm wondering now. North starting to pick up the pace, pick up the speed, confidence. Everything's looking good. They're a well-oiled machine.
Have you ever oiled a machine, Dan?
Yeah.
Ooh, bit of WD-40 on there,
Yeah.
perhaps, on the
What
cogs.
is the machine you've oiled? Do you want to elaborate? Or just
A bicycle.
I've done a lawnmower, which maybe falls into machine a bit more. But,
Henry and his lawnmower?
yeah. I used to do that thing. You used to cut it so badly, your dad never asked you to do it again. That was my trick. It's a classic.
Never had grass, so no lawnmower.
Wow. Well, life of luxury.
What did you have?
AstroTurf.
Mud.
Carpet.
In the garden.
Weeds.
What do you mean garden,
muds.
Henry?
We're going to get into the next round as we'll see the AKs come forth. And the CTs with a buffer, happy to play heads-up Counter-Strike here with the FAMASs. Inside that main entrance, we see Astralis do that a lot, of course. It's Gade right now. You normally see Dupree in that certain spot.
A rare boost. Good for a kill. Maybe not 2. Then again, maybe 2.
Those nades are great. Oh, that's a nice opening there from Tur. Let's see what else can be done here, because Kirby looks like he's about to do some damage. The boost! Oh no, he didn't get anything as they peak initially, and then from there on out it's just pain. Oh wow, North are getting battered. What a beautiful
got a kill
push.
there. Had to get a kill there, really.
Yeah, but it's all gone wrong. But oh, look who it is. It's this guy again.
Guess who?
It's this guy again.
It's the human highlight reel.
That said, it's much harder on the CT side of things. Going for a defuse, it's much harder to be sneaky. And so he will save. But yeah, I really like the nade set that we saw there. The smoke to the left of Ivy from the T perspective, and then the Molotov to the right, which prevents peaks unless there's a pop flash through the smoke, which is fairly unlikely. You have a teammate with you to play anti-flash. If that is the case, it's just a beautiful way to just gain position and space towards the Ivy spot. And it's something that one player can throw at the beginning or mid area of a round. And for those like 10 seconds, the CT at Ivy definitely doesn't know if there's someone going to Ivy. So it's kind of cool. It's like one of those things you can just do repeatedly that can just throw up question marks for the CTs.
At this point, Virtus.Pro need these rounds to go in their favor. The reset potential not as extreme as it used to be. They would go down to $1,900 per player if they lost this round. There's still enough for a buy, considering what they have left over now. Bomb plant would be great. Ideally want to win it, of course. Molotov there to block any players making their way towards Pop Dog. Toei does get it down successfully, just trying to stop that initial presence. But quickly responded. They can get in there now with a deep Molotov themselves. So there we go. It's easy with full control once again. An inside play looking likely here. But I would say with the Pop Dog control, they will be aware of this. There's only one player there, however. That's going to be Valda. But as you mentioned, sometimes counts as two. We'll see if he can hold them off as he prepares for the inside play. Nade comes in, perfectly thrown. Snatching down to 41, but he's got a lot more to do than that. Decides not to re-peek the lower ramp, allowing them to have it and waiting for his teammates to arrive on the scene.
Valde bought as much time as possible, not taking the engagement, trying to buy time for the rotation. Flashes coming in. Gay takes one out, almost shoots his teammate. Snatchy alone now. 1 versus 4. Virtus.Pro back to the struggles once again. Patiently waiting for the peak. They know he has to do something. He does nothing. And it's looking tough for Virtus.Pro in the second half. They've got 1 T round so far from 5 rounds. It seems they will be forcing it up. We see an AWP for Snatchy, which I think was dropped by another player. Maybe Mihu. Probably Mihu. Anyway. They have a good buy. 2 players have 0 utility, but beyond that, they have the 4 AKs out of the AWP. They just need to find the opportunities and take them. North now 4 rounds in a lead, 4 rounds away from a 3rd map.
Big round here. Cadian doesn't even have to strike first. It's Valda through the smoke. The Cadian should hit this one, which he does. He doesn't quite find the kill. Snacks down to 43 as he gets clipped through the pillar. Molotov's down. And if North can win this, it's almost certainly an eco for VP. And we could be going to Mirage. 5 versus 4. Kiabi tucks himself in at the IV position. There's only 1 Molotov. Make it 2. No smokes. Just a few flashes. This is looking hellish for Virtus.Pro.
It's so terrible to lose that T main position to the CTs, especially in a spot like this. It just tells North almost exactly what's going on. This would be such an important frag to open things up. With losing T main, this could really save the day, but Kirby gets the first kill. And now this trade has to come through. Mihu's done it, but it's still a 3 versus 4. Now the rotations, we can see it being affected. Cadian's rotating back towards CT. Now he's turning around, but just in the nick of time. It doesn't look like VP have too much working out for them here as Cadian starts to ravage them. And now Mihu is so far away from the bomb. I don't think he even has time to run over there. Even if he ran all the way and then try to plant, I don't think it would happen.
I think you might be right. This one's done. 15 seconds. Mihu, no chance at all. Might as well save the AWP. I was about to say AK, but that's certainly much better. It gives them something in the next round instead of absolutely nothing. He'll get no money. His teammates, on the other hand, will just be back to $1,900 per player. So there we go. Not ideal. With 3K on two of them, they could buy.
Safari Mesh AWP.
You don't like that?
No, actually, when we actually went to Accuracy International and had a look at an AWP, it had a Safari tape on it, and it looked amazing. It wasn't Safari Mesh, didn't have the mesh fence, but beyond that, it looked awesome.
That's cool.
It looked really, really good. So, ironically, it's a really cool skin in real life, more or less, the Safari part.
What about in the game, James?
Well, Safari Mesh, so you know it's not quite on the mark, on the button there. I'll take the lightning. Mihu has the AWP. I don't know why Snatchy doesn't have it, considering the round has restarted and he is the sniper. Give the man the gun. We know what he can do. Okay, so maybe not. It's Mihu with a nice shot through the smoke there. Looking for a second one by E-Box. Okay, Mihu, you the man. Who am I to talk?
I love when that happens. It's just like the big monologue. This is disgusting. Why
I can't believe they've done this.
The AWP hasn't got it. This
Okay,
is
I guess it's fine.
They win
Literally, they win the round, of course.
Yeah,
Standard.
that's the
Well,
way.
it's like we know what Snatchy can do. We're learning what Mihu can do.
Yeah, trust me. I've made that mistake many times before. I've called that out the second layer.
Can't believe
That's
you've done
what
this.
happens.
What a bot.
Especially when I do a Na'Vi playing. I'm like, oh, they haven't given Simple the AK. This is unbelievable. Then he gets 3 kills with the Deagle, and he's like, well, fair play. Just like, gotta respect it. As Cadian will be left. Casper Muller will be holding it towards CT spawn. Not for long, though. And they're going for a double AWP setup on the T side. I respect it.
Why not? It's free.
They've done it. VP historically are one of the few teams that run a double AWP setup on the T side. Not this lineup, but one of the few organizations, I suppose, that have been happy to do it. I've seen it a few times. I can recall over the years them flirting with this.
The one AWP as the only real gun in a round as well is like an iconic thing from Virtus.Pro. Winning rounds like that with an AWP and a hope and a dream. The one and only will have the second AWP on this occasion. Mihu's done trolling us. He'll pick up the AUG instead.
It's been passed around.
There'll be 3 players in pop, and they're just bursting out. The numbers game, charging towards A. I don't think they've realized just yet, North, and now they will learn the hard way. AZ with 1 kill, jump peek, he'll spot some players, create space for his team. That can allow rotation to come in through connector as well, but he can't hold down the bomb site.
All right, this is kind of working out, isn't it? Maybe I spoke too soon, Valde, from behind the bomb train. Did some good damage, and we'll fall back safely to connector. Kirby with an AWP. So that's not something you see too commonly, and it's going to work out too. 2 versus 2. Plenty of time to try to make sense of this for Virtus.Pro. They've got the bomb by E-Box at the moment, and full rotation to B coming in from North. They've read the timing with Virtus.Pro cutting noise. They've read that as a rotation. It was not, and Virtus.Pro have used that timing to get some more position and angles towards this A bomb site. Using that time to try to get the picks, get the angles. The plant goes down as well. The cover's there from Pop Dog with the AWP. It's not a bad setup here for VP. The timing, though.
One player showing presence. Kirby trying to punish. Deagle first, not the AWP. Have they missed their best opportunity? Is it suicide to continue to pursue? Don't really have position with Valde. Clutch Master's gone down, and maybe Kirby will try to save now. Smoking himself off an Ivy so he can retreat safely. And Virtus.Pro make it to double figures. Again, VP are up a map at the moment, so you can see the lack of money for North.
It's not over just yet. It's not over just... It was looking like everything was going to fall apart.
Well, with 2 rounds in a row, and North in the doldrums with their finances, there might be some light at the end of the tunnel here for VP. They don't have to force buy North. They've got an AWP, sure, but at this point, just keep the money strong. Like, you still have quite the lead. There's a nice buffer on the CT side. You don't have to take huge risks. They can still win this round with their AWP up. 4 pistols could be enough. And Cadian's taking matters into his own hands, pushing towards the lower ramp area. We'll see if this is going to be where he finds the first pick. No one there for now, at least. So a little ring of the bell.
Yeah.
That's my microwave. Got the ramen in there.
Okay, well, it's a 2-for-1 for VP. Cleaned out many CTs, but still one more Lux on that B-bomb site, and they all will rotate to stack that site. It's a good way to do it, but VP are clearing out A at this point in time, so you know the bomb is not going to move in towards B, considering the space Bialy has. I'll see what Bialy sees, realize that this side is pretty much clear, and they'll rotate now back through Popdog. Popdog is perhaps an unknown position, but as we can see, it's safe, and you can see the bomb is dropped so that the first man going down does not concede it, and they'll be cautious. North stack towards B, not working out. They'll have to rotate in now. But perhaps they'll save, at least Kirby will save, because he's the one with the AUG. But yeah, well handled by VP this round.
Very well handled. No problem at all. Cadian, the only lifeline that North had, pushes inside, gets nothing for it, and VP will be happy to get rid of that double hop setup on the T side as well. So not an ideal situation to be rolling with that. Kirby, with his 1 kill, has the AUG now. So something to save at least. Better than nothing. They enter the round of an AUG, they'll leave with an AUG. Money will be at the $2,400 stage for them. So like we said, taking eco in the previous, saving an AUG, that'll be more than enough to buy up in the next round, especially with that. So they've taken another player down. Kirby trying to do what he can with his AUG. It gets the AK instead, I believe, so that's fine. He can even drop an AWP now. I think that might be the call. He'll drop the AWP, and then they have a real strong chance of actually having a nice overall buy. Is he going to do it? Hasn't bought a utility yet. He's not going to drop the AWP, so they'll go with rifles instead and boost his chances with the utility. I think the AWP coming out there was a good call, but we'll see how this one works out for them.
It's getting close now. I wonder if North start to get nervous. Again, you lose the best-of-3 series, you are done for the week. Those are your chances gone. No more round robin. Valde with an aggressive push, takes Bialy out as well. Beautiful play by him. So good for a multi-frag situation. And that is what North needed. A man advantage as Gade will sit on the B-bomb site. Wait to potentially advancing Virtus.Pro. 3 remaining players. Looking to push straight in. Snatchy with a nice jump peek, no one by CT, but a scope will surely be heard by Gade. Now, Kirby's pushed through IV position, which will allow at least one player to rotate. Popdog is still a threat, so Cadian might stay on the A bomb site in the meantime. And in fact, VP are looking towards Pop, it seems, and maybe not going to execute into the B bomb site now. Distraction being run while Gade awaits on the side. Not going to get a kill though. Kirby's far away, was waiting by main. AZ picked off as well. This is a big issue for North. Cadian's got to do a lot. He's on his own for the time being. Might have to back off while he waits for rotation. Kirby's the only guy with a kit at the moment. Snatchy turns around, and that might change everything. Snacks with 11 HP versus 2 moving forward, but Cadian's got the right angle, and that will be the round for North.
Finally, they post 1. It was a little bit chaotic towards that inside bomb side there, but nice flanks, especially from Kirby, and Cadian staying patient, knowing that Snacks had to reposition, get himself in a favorable spot. He manages to take him down. They recover the AWP. They're one step closer to taking us to Mirage now as it goes 14-11 on their CT side here. The second map, which is Train. Reset. Certainly there, but remember, we are using the new economy system this week.
They get $1,900.
Yes, indeed. So, Cadian, like we said, staying patient, waiting for the mistake to be made. Got it. Low HP Snacks dropped. And it will be now Virtus.Pro with a full buy, but time is running out. Their map pick, still looking likely we go to Mirage. Will they be able to open things up here towards main?
It's actually like they don't think they have a buy actually at all if they lose this round North. 1900 is not sufficient with the amount that they spent. But will they even be in that position? Because that is a free kill for AZ. Significant damage done to Mihu as well. He's actually trying to walk up Ivy, but he's been waited for by Kirby. This is a disaster of a round. Oh my god, they're getting absolutely mauled.
They really are. That's going to be map point, no problem. AZ, 2 kills, boosted up in the connector. Normally see AWPers up there, but the AUG certainly viable as well. It's not an angle you pre-fire. There will be somewhat of a buy for VP at map points. But remember, they're only getting 1900 on top of what Snacks has right now. So if he survives, he can drop a Galil. So we'll see whether he can do anything with this at all. The problem is, at 45 seconds, it's going to be difficult just to sit there as he starts to head towards Ivy now. Bomb down at main entrance. He has a smoke and a molly. He's better off just staying alive here, considering the value of his rifle, the armor, the kit he has as well. 27 kills from him. Continues to be a beast in terms of the stats.
Well, North are not interested in offering up any weapons as well because their money sucks.
Oh my god. The one and only's got 6 kills. And Bialy's got 9. So 2 of the players have fallen off completely for Virtus.Pro in this map. And they're still only 3 rounds behind at the moment. So it really is a case of heavy lifting as far as Virtus.Pro are concerned. Last chance to find a way into this map. 6 kills in 26 rounds. Core blimey.
Yeah, that's not a good stat, is it? The ADR must be pretty low.
All right then. What can they muster? What do you do with $1,900? Mac 10.
Pray.
That too.
Mac 10.
So guess who's dropped one?
And we'll see if this is where VP get back into it, string together 4 rounds, we go overtime again. I would say probably not. Maybe with those sort of shots, there could be a chance. Lovely stuff towards the AWP there. Snatchy is just chomping at the bits, trying to pick up that AWP, so makes his way over. AZ, however, has pushed main entrance, and you would not expect this necessarily. 3 kills for him. Oh, he misses the shots.
Oh, he missed everything pretty much.
Not happy with that.
And also Snatchy's kill, he knows that the AWP pushing that spot, that's a free pickup for the AWP as well.
Yeah.
So that's been collected now, and it's a 5 versus 4. This is not done just yet. I can't believe all those shots were missed. They had absolutely no idea. That is...
Took his time as well.
It seems like his focus just dropped off completely there, and now Toa's coming back. They should try to clear T main before they go anywhere else, but it looks like they don't want to take the risk. But the thing is, if there is a CT there, then that CT has so much information. And they also don't have any positioning in Pop Dog either. So obviously we can see there's no CT there, but that's... Wow. For some reason, North seem to read with no info that this is B. They're all rotating there. They've got a stack on B.
I think the lack of main presence means they don't think it's a split of the A bomb site. So it's a lurk play towards the B bomb site. The gamble has been corrected, and that might just win them the map. Snatchy 1 versus 2, 20 seconds. Doesn't see the player up top, finally does, but a trade is there just in time. 16-11 to North. They take this to map number 3.
Both teams stealing their opponents' picks here, and it was a great start for North. Virtus.Pro did well to battle back and bring it into a 6-6 scoreline, but I feel like that start was a little bit too rough for them. Couldn't really get on their feet. Their CT side started to collapse, but they looked like they got it together towards the end. But it's North looking so good on their CT side, closing things out. Most of the clutches going in their favor, and a shout out to Snacks as well. He's been posting big numbers all week, and unfortunate not to win out on that one, but they're still in it. We move on to Mirage next, which will be the great decider between these two teams. Remember, it's a single elimination bracket as well. Lose this game and you are out of week 2 of ECS Season 7. Nice work from AZ as well. Some great moments. Mihu with the AWP. We didn't believe, but he certainly proved us wrong. Fantastic work there as the scoreline got very close towards the end with that scout pick. But Valda continues to show good form time and time again. This was a little bit of an awkward moment. We get the replay of it just to show you that it was pretty much a guaranteed kill, but they still win the game. No harm, no foul is what I usually say, as AZ made up for it in the end to close out the game. Here are the stats for you. Snacks at the very top, 27 and 18, but I'm not worried about that. It's Toa and Bialy who don't really bring much to the table at all in their long game. 6 frags for Toa, 20 deaths, and the top for North, of course, is the big man. It's Valda, 23 and 15. Kiavi not far behind, and AZ consistent these days. He's looking like his individual form's looking much better. A little bit troublesome to be KD and the AWPer right down there at the bottom, but overall they get the win. We move to Mirage, and remember, we've already seen Virtus.Pro play that map, so they are quite handy on it. So they played it on phase, and hopefully it'll be another great game to close things out. Overall, do you feel like North were the better team there, or was it just a rough start from VP? What do you think about that?
But everyone performed for North, same can't be said for Virtus.Pro, so I think that kind of speaks for itself. I don't expect that will happen on Mirage though. I think everybody will turn up for VP, and that might be the deciding factor based on what we've seen so far.
Well, if you want to get involved, make sure you do on the social media platforms. We've obviously got Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, the website as well. Hashtag ECS7 to get stuck in. Also look at the website as well, where we have tickets on sale for our finals happening in June. For now though, we'll take a quick break, be back with the third map very shortly.